Um, all right, questions? Am I doing it on time? Okay. For the love of God, when you go abroad, register with the embassy. It takes 2 minutes and it will save your life. The link is on the handout. If U.S. government knows where you are when you're abroad, your chances of recovering from any sort of disaster while you're overseas are really, really good. Do it. Other stuff the State Department can do for you while you're abroad. Their website, which is on the handout, has really, really good information about every single country in the world, talking about which highways are in good repair and where you really shouldn't go, where muggings take place. What's the terrorism threat? What's the terrorism threat specifically against Americans? Is there an airport tax? Do you need a visa? If so, how do you get it? Et cetera, et cetera. What I do if I really don't know much about a country that I'm going to is I'll check that website for the U.S. State Department, and then I'll go check the British equivalent, because they normally say different things, and between the two, you can really get a good feel of what the threat level is as an American going to these places. So I put the UK Foreign Office website on the handout as well. If you ever do have an emergency while you're abroad, they can get you a lawyer, they can get you a doctor that speaks English, they can help you wire money, etc. They won't loan you money, don't ask, but they'll put you in touch with somebody back home who can loan you money. Most embassies in foreign countries will have Thanksgiving dinner if you're off somewhere exotic for Thanksgiving and you want to have a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. Most of them can hook you up. And then before you go, passports. Right, so any embassy around the world or consulate can replace a passport, usually within 48 hours, which is actually a lot cheaper and a lot easier than getting a passport replaced while you're at home. And then it will say where it was made, for the life of that passport. So for the next 10 years, you'd be like, hey, cool, my passport was made in Dubai, something like that. If you have too many visas and you're running out, a lot of people replace their passports even though they don't need to. If you just send it in, they can add in new pages. So I've traveled to a lot of countries where they give you really big visas, so my passport filled up really quick. So I've got this extra thick passport because they have to add in extra pages. My brother lives in Oman, and he's a very sketchy guy, and we're going to talk about him a lot. But he has several passports, all of which are valid, all of which are legal. The issue there is that he's traveling for work a lot, and he's constantly having to send his passport in to various embassies to get visas, and that takes time. So he really needs to have 3, just so he always has at least 1 on him. The secret advantage there is that he can go to various pairs of countries that don't like each other. So right now he's in Iran, and if he ever wants to go to Israel, an Israeli border patrol agent is probably not going to like the fact that he's got an Iranian visa in his passport. So he's very organized about which passports have which visas in them, and that lets you travel to multiple countries that don't like each other. So if you ask really nicely and you pay a huge amount of money, the State Department would be more than happy to make you an extra passport if you've got a good reason. So let's see. Okay, and one thing really quickly, for those of you who've been to Europe, you may have noticed that they don't really have borders, especially if you're a U.S. citizen. You get your 90-day visa. A lot of people think that follows the European Union. That is not the case. There's something known as the Schengen Agreement that governs which borders are open and which are not in Europe. So don't assume that a country's got open borders with the rest of Western Europe just because it's in the EU. The rule is it's the European Union of 1985 plus Switzerland minus England. So England does not have open borders with the rest of Europe. Switzerland does, even though it's not in the EU.